Good Tuesday morning, everybody. It is January the 10th, and I'm Chris Allen here on the SAM channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. It's right now, 5 a.m. As I record this, it's not live, but you can watch it anytime you want, obviously, on all those platforms I mentioned. We call it the SAM channel. Yesterday, we reached a high of 49, almost hitting 50. And I said, remember, upper 40, somebody may hit 50. A couple of places did. So it was right on target. And it falls in line with where we should be this time of the year for temperatures, the average high 46. So we were only 3 degrees warmer than the average for the 9th of January. And now we go into the 10th with a mainly clear sky this morning. But it is warmer. Temperatures a bit warmer than yesterday. I'll show you that in a minute. We're more into the 30s this morning, and we're going to see a fairly nice warm up today and the next couple of days before we talk about the next storm system moving in. Yesterday, we had sunshine, a few clouds. You can see some of those high clouds drifting away, and there's a few mid level clouds trying to work their way into western Kentucky this morning. But you see also south and east of Nashville that blue H, that's high pressure, and it's keeping us dry here at the surface. So another sunny day with just a few drifting clouds around at times. Otherwise, a southerly wind flow today could get a little breezy in the afternoon, but it's going to be a warmer breeze, which is going to help us get into the mid to upper 50s. Not quite 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, but close. And as you can see, we hit the 60s tomorrow, mid 60s almost on Thursday. And that's when we start talking about rain and thunderstorms. Actually, Wednesday afternoon and evening, we'll start talking about rain. But then Thursday morning is going to be the time period in which we look for the possibility of a few strong storms. It's not out of the question. I've been mentioning this for the last couple of days in this update that not highly confident that something's going to happen there, but the potential is certainly close by. And then we take that sharp drop from the mid 60s to the upper 30s on Friday once the front passes. Ooh, I just noticed Friday is the 13th. Friday the 13th. Ooh. I, I just, I know I heard somebody in the background going, "Stop it, Chris Allen, stop it." Okay. I just noticed it. I didn't realize that Friday was the 13th until just now when I saw it on this blender. Anyway, we go, no, just dismiss that. When we go a little bit warmer on Saturday, then we go Sunday into the 50s, upper 50s, Monday, and here we go right back into the 60s. Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and we stay in the upper 50s. It looks like things want to maybe plateau there for a while in the upper 50s to low 60s as we get into the middle of next week. So if you're looking for warmer temperatures, you're going to get it the next couple of days. And with a brief cool down following that this weekend, then we're going to go right back into the 50s and 60s next week. All right, now let's take a look at current temperatures as of 5 a.m. Thanks to the Kentucky Mesonet Network at WKU. These are the reporting stations, all of them showing mostly 30s. There's a few 20s here and there. But look at the warmer upper 30s to low 40s for west. That is the flow around high pressure. That's that southwest wind that is going to move in here today and warm us into the mid and upper 50s. So it's already beginning back into western Kentucky. Here, give it, a couple of more hours into sunrise and after, and then we'll start to warm. Everybody will start to warm up today. It's just a little cool right now, a little chilly, but the warm up is coming today. And again, not quite 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, but close. All right, let's check it out here with the future temperatures. We'll go through the next 24 hours and I can show you how these temperatures are going to behave. So we start out close to freezing this morning. You may find a little frost here and there on your windshield. As we go through time, look at this. This southerly wind kicks in and we go into the mid and upper 50s. I think it'll be more 57, 58. We may get close to 60 here. I know Nashville will. It's showing 59. So, yeah, 60, 61 there. A little bit cooler to the north of us up toward Metro Louisville, Lexington. It'll be more into the low to mid 50s. Then tonight, we won't fall off that much. We'll only go maybe 43, 44, 45. Not much of a fall off at all. But we will also have clouds moving in ahead of the system that will begin Wednesday afternoon. So here we are tonight into early Wednesday morning. We'll go mid 40s with increasing clouds. And then tomorrow, we will certainly hit 60, 59, 60, 61. Warmer than that south of us, a little cooler to the north. But we will be mainly cloudy, and there will even be some showers that will try to work in here by tomorrow afternoon. I can show you that with the future radar. How about now? Would that be good? I thought you would think that was a good idea. Here we go. Now, I'm going to start kind of moving past um, this morning. Let's start about midday today. Nothing really to show you because it's there. Well, there's just not anything happening today. We're not even the system's not even that close to us yet, but we will notice a few more clouds coming in this afternoon and evening. Now, here we go past midnight tonight and into early Wednesday. The models are trying to hint at maybe some sprinkles. We'll certainly be way warm enough to not worry about frozen precipitation anywhere. This would be sprinkles, kind of like we saw the last couple of days before yesterday over the weekend when it just kind of sprinkled and it was cloudy. Yeah. Expect that for much of Wednesday, midday, afternoon. It's not until Wednesday night into Thursday morning do we really start to pick up on this system coming in. Good news is it's going to be a fast moving system, so I'm not expecting like a ton of rain out of this, but you could get maybe a half inch before it's out of here by Friday morning. But here we go. This is the timing here is early Thursday morning. We get showers and thunderstorms, and notice these little clusters of red there. That is giving me some indication of maybe a little bit of convection. In other words, we could have some thunderstorms. And yes, some of these may be a little strong. It all depends on where the low pressure system tracks. And I'll show you on the surface map in a minute where it's going to track. But if it comes a little bit further north, then there could be this little area of higher dew points, even during the overnight hours, which could bring us a strong storm, possibly. So I'm going to leave that on the table, not as a guarantee, but the confidence factor is still iffy about that. If the low tracks further south into Tennessee, then there won't be that much of a threat. But if it comes right through, say, Bowling Green or goes a little bit further north, which it could, uh, then we can't discount the possibility of a stronger thunderstorm early Thursday morning. As you see here, a couple of those may come through ahead of the front, and you can see the front here Thursday late morning into midday right there, that line of thunderstorms through Paducah. This is all ahead of it. Now, if this were in the afternoon and we had plenty of instability, this would be a big concern because it would have daytime heating factored in, but we don't have that. So the dew points alone, the winds, there's a little bit of shear going on ahead of the front. So we could have some strong storms. Not a guarantee, but watchful of this nonetheless. Here comes our front by Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, shutting off the rain. And this is as far as this model goes. But here's the deal. The temperatures will be falling once that front comes in, and that's going to bring down any kind of convective activity. It's going to bring down the instability from any kind of sunlight we get from the day on Thursday. So the severe weather threat will go down after that, if there is even a severe weather threat. Um, Marginal right now, not very organized, and again, not very confident that that is going to be the case. So let's look at it on the surface map, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So here's the right now, the way it looks, high pressure here at the surface, keeping us very dry. There's a little, you saw some of those mid level clouds coming in. This is why the little short wave coming out of Illinois and Missouri. Not a big deal. It's not really going to produce anything. Here we go through the midday, afternoon today, this evening, overnight into early Wednesday. We see that warm front approaching. This is going to set up the winds and the much warmer temperatures for tomorrow. And ahead of that warm front, we'll pick up just enough moisture to set off some of those sprinkles that I was showing you, or light rain showers. The main bulk of the system's back here in the Rockies. Um, Even there, it's not a really deep low pressure system, but it will get some strength and pick up on the moisture that's coming up out of the Gulf. This is mainly Pacific moisture that it's carrying. You've heard of all the problems going on in California and back on the West Coast. They're just going to get hammered with one system after another, and it's not going to resolve anytime soon, unfortunately. They're going to continue to get hammered with heavy rains and flooding and problems there. Back here, this is Thursday. We start to see the beginning of thunderstorms just to the west of us. We get into Thursday midday, showers and thunderstorms right over us. The low does deepen just a little bit, but not too much. And there's not as much of a negative tilt on this low that we were first looking at. So maybe that's a good sign we're not going to have to deal with severe weather, at least not here. But like I said, about a half inch of rain, thunderstorms, gusty winds. Yes, we'll have that on Thursday. And then early Friday morning, that low does deepen as it moves into New England states, becomes more of a nor'easter. This thing's going to cause big problems in the Northeast as we get into the weekend. This is Friday. We may even see a few snowflakes in parts of Kentucky, but high pressure takes over for us. That big cool down that's only going to be temporary for the weekend. Here's Saturday into Sunday. And look at the big problems out west. They will not be able to catch a break. Here's Sunday into Monday. Another system approaches, but we'll have warmer, breezy southwest winds coming in on Monday, and that's going to shoot our temperatures back to near 60 after that chillier weekend. So, not a whole lot of big things for us. Like I said, there's no big winter storms or extreme cold coming. There's no really big spring storm outbreaks or anything like that coming, even though we'll get some thunderstorms and rain and wind on Thursday. We'll watch for the possibility of severe weather, but right now I'm going to leave it conditional. It could be, maybe not, 50-50. It's kind of a split right now. Tomorrow, certainly have a better handle on that to see just how this is going to play out, because it all depends on where that low pressure system tracks. If it tracks more north of us, yeah, I think we could get some severe weather. If it tracks a little bit further south, then maybe not so much. All right, headed to the radio station, Sam 100.7 on your radio dial. And my morning show, which starts at 6 a.m. and goes to 10. Lots of fun, lots of great music, the best music on your radio, and the best sounding music on your radio. I encourage you, I encourage you to flip around on your car radio. Turn it up. I know some of you don't turn up your radio loud enough. I want you to I want you to feel the music. I want you to hear the difference. We've tuned Sam in a way to where it is like a wall of sound. You can hear every instrument coming through your speakers. You can hear the clarity. You can hear the bass. You can it's like it's like you were back in your bedroom with a record player in the 70s or 80s, and you put on that brand new record that doesn't have any scratches on it, doesn't have any skips on it, and you first lay that needle down on that brand new 45 or that brand new LP, and you're sitting there going, oh man, this sounds so cool. We've tuned Sam to sound like that through your car radio. I'm not kidding. And then when you listen to other stations, you're like, yeah, that doesn't sound very good. Listen, I'm very particular about this because, as you've seen, my whole room here is all about audio, and I've studied audio and I've picked it apart. I've torn things apart, put it back together, tweak this thing and tweak that thing to make it just, all right, this needs just a little more bass, or this needs a little more high end, or this needs this certain frequency to come through. And I want to hear a little more of the sound of the music. It really is a particular thing that I fixate on. I'm very, very meticulous about that. And I've tried to make Sam sound that way. I want it to sound bigger than life. I don't want it to be where it's irritating to you, because really it's not the loudness, it's not the volume, but it's how everything is separated and everything is left to right and panned. And I call it sound sculpting. I've done a lot of studying about sound sculpting, and I've sculpted Sam in a way to where when you listen, you're like, I don't remember hearing a tambourine in that song, but there it is. Or I don't remember back in the 70s or 80s that there was an orchestra playing back behind McCartney and Wings or whoever, KC and the Sunshine Band. I don't remember hearing that keyboard or that drum lick. I want you to be enveloped. I know somebody's going, man, you're weird. Yes, I am. I'm very, I get very passionate about this. I want you to have a wonderful listening experience when you listen to Sam 100.7. I want it to stand out, not because of the music necessarily. Well, that's the biggest part, but how it sounds. I want you to be able to turn it up and go, golly, that sounds so good. I don't remember that sounding that good. Yes, that's what I want you to envelop that, absorb it. Okay. I know I could go on all day about those sort of things, but anyway, uh, enjoy that. Just a little tidbit from me to you. Have a great day. God bless you. And I'll see you on the radio.